Today I want to share my new DEWENWILS 10 outlet power strip. This power strip was provided to me for free, but I've done a lot of their products that I purchased with my own money. So when I reached out to them and asked them for a free sample, they were more than happy. They only asked that I make a video to put it up on their listing. So what I'm doing with this is I'm using this to create a filming recharge station. I have so many pieces and devices and I never know exactly which one I'm going to use. So I thought the best thing to do would be to set up a shelf somewhere in the corner where I would be able to plug all that stuff in and it wouldn't be in the way. The really nice convenient thing about that is that I have a 15-foot extension cord built into this with a flat low profile plug. So I'll be able to plug that in behind a piece of furniture where the plug-in is not used, and it'll completely be out of sight, out of mind. All that you'll see is this. I do plan on using one of these two dovetails to actually hang it on the wall and then use it on a table next to it. So first, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the capacity of this. This has a 15 amp total capacity, which is usually pretty much standard for your maximum for any plug-in. And then 3.1 amp, I believe, for the USB-As. USB-As are not fast charge. So if you want a fast charge, you will need a separate fast charge device, which I have a few of these around and I use these frequently. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plug in a couple of things here so that way you can kind of get an idea. I want to note that on here you have two of the wide plug-ins right here, and we'll start by plugging in one of these on the back. And this one is the fast charge, so it requires a little bit more space and it's a wide plug there. Now, this right here is the plug-in for my Canon camera that I use for some of my close-ups, and that will go right there. And now you notice that it hasn't blocked any of the plugs or the USBs because those are made specifically for it. So let's go ahead and grab a regular size one and put it right next to this one. And yes, it's a tight fit, but it goes in. I wouldn't leave it like that, so I'm going to go ahead and move it over and plug that in right there. That's going good. I have two of my new lav microphones here, and they have a split cable. So we'll go ahead and plug that into one of the USB-As. And I don't know if you can see that little tiny red light, but they're both on right there. And then, oh, look, we've got the receiver for that set. And I'll go ahead and plug that in. These are new, so they are a little tight, including all of them. And here's the red light on that one right there. And then let's see. This one's a wide one, but we'll go ahead and just plug it in right here just for the heck of it. Now look how many devices we have plugged in here, and we still have 3 regular plugs. And if you had a small plug, you could easily get that in there, like say a laptop would plug right there. Now remember, this is only 15 amps. So this is ideal for a charging station, or it could be great for a laptop docking station where you had a laptop dock that was plugged in and a monitor and a laptop charger, then you would be perfectly fine. You could use it for a computer workstation where you plugged in one computer and maybe 1 or 2 monitors, but you wouldn't want to go really heavy on that because some of those workstations have 2 graphics cards in them and can use an awful lot of power, and that could push this over its limit. And then of course, you would trip the breaker. I think that this is going to work out great for the project that I want to use it for. And again, thank you to the manufacturer for providing me this. I am really happy with what I received. And again, the biggest pro is that 15-foot long cord. That is going to be awesome. So check this out and see what you think.